In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you the top 2 stocks to keep in your watch list for tomorrow. We're also going to look at the overall market and discuss what happened today and also discuss what to expect tomorrow to get you guys ready as always. Y'all, let's dive right into the charts right off the bat. We got the SPY. And yesterday I drew that level of resistance right here. All right. And this morning it ended up opening above it. It opened up above it. It chopped a little bit during like before the session opens. And then as soon as it opened, it was a big green candle up. And it started grinding upwards slowly. All right. Right now it's looking like a bullish pennant. I don't have a reason to believe it's fake yet. Another bullish pennant has appeared. The market has made new highs, right? And the next step for this one will be 51.40. Yeah, 51.40 by tomorrow afternoon. Maybe it plays some games at 51.40, but that's my initial thoughts on it. All right. Looking at the VIX, yeah, the VIX is back underneath that level again, and if it opens up lower, then there's gonna be a major push in the markets. So it's looking kind of sloppy right now, and there's a lot of room down here in this region, and a gap that it left to fill right there at $13. So I wouldn't be surprised if that gets taken care of tomorrow. All right. Now, let's discuss the top 2 stocks for tomorrow. The first one that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, that stock is J&J. All right. Now, the reason why I want to share J&J with y'all is because the stock is trying to make a turnaround on the daily chart. All right, we're going to zoom into here, and as you can see, there is a gap to fill all the way up to 162 right here, and there's another gap to fill. Let me go up here and zoom out a little bit. There's another one to fill right there, right at 172. Now, I don't know how fast we're going to get to 172. But the nice thing is, like I always say, 90% of all gaps get filled at some point in time. Eventually, that's going to get filled, all right? But for tomorrow, I expect a move on this one to the first gap because of the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, there is an ascending triangle right here that broke out this morning with the SPY. It broke out after the SPY opened up above resistance, right at around like 10 a.m., right above 159.1, right here. Therefore, the price target for it is at least 162, at most 163. A good surprise doesn't go even higher. All right, so keep this one on your watch list for a long tomorrow to right here. Now, the second stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is HD. All right. Now, HD, I discussed it in a previous video because it was about to have earnings. And then I shared with you guys some of the gaps that I told y'all will get filled eventually, right? The first one being, I'm going to use the horizontal lines. All right, there is a gap right here at 386 and another one way up here at 405. The 386 one is the one that I'm interested in. All right. Now, we're going to switch it to the weekly. And on the weekly, there's also this to keep in mind. On the weekly, there is a bull flag on the weekly. All right, that's still in play. And it's been respecting supports throughout the past few weeks and climbing. All right. It looks pretty good, and I don't think it's going to stop grinding like this until it gets up to to 386. Now we're going to look at the 1 hour, and on the 1 hour, actually no, we're gonna switch to the 15 minute. Yeah, on the 15 minute, since earnings was reported, it had an ascending triangle, just like what I showed y'all with J and J. All right, it had an ascending triangle, and this one actually broke out overnight, opened higher, and then held 367 throughout the entire day, and started moving higher like this in the afternoon and closing near the highs. All right, I think this one is going to make a big move very, very soon, especially because it survived earnings and it's holding up quite well, and there is a gap to fill up there. All right, these are the three reasons, and also there is another reason. The other reason is because HD closely follows the Dow Jones, which is right here, and the Dow Jones didn't move as big as QQQ did. All right, this QQQ was first, the SPY was second, and then the Dow Jones was third in regards to ranking and how far they went. All right, but with this structure on the chart, especially on the 4 hour time frame, y'all see I got my target on there. That's where I expect it to go. I expect the IA, which is the Dow Jones, to continue higher and move all the way up uh, to 336. And when that moves up, then you can expect the industrial stocks and stocks like HD and Lowe's to follow the trend as well. So look for HD for a move up to here very, very soon. All right. Now, some updates. No, not updates. We're gonna look at some stocks that are all reported earnings and that reported earnings. All right. The first one being SQ. And with SQ, apparently they crushed earnings. Maybe they didn't crush earnings, but the reaction looks like they crushed earnings, right? The reaction is what's most important. And so far, we're positive on this one. What I want you guys to do is I want y'all to set an alert right here. It only went up by $8, which is nice. That means it's nice because the out of the money contracts are probably gonna get crushed, or maybe they're going to be out by like 20%, maybe 20%, maybe even 10%. All right, the in the money contracts are gonna be up the biggest, like the 70 call. That one is gonna be up the biggest because it's further in the money. But there will be a day trading opportunity on this one, and I think that it would be from here at $77, where I think it would open. And I think it's gonna end up at $81 or $82 tomorrow at some points midday. All right. Also, I say that because there is a bull flag on there, which kind of justifies the reaction. Or I would say the reaction justifies the bull flag, right? Because sometimes it can look bullish and then it can go the other way, right? That's why I always say holding through earnings is 150% gambling. It doesn't always play out the way it seems like it should play out, all right? This time it did, but it's not always like that. Now, the bull flag is there. It broke out through earnings. Have your alert right at 78.60, and just wait for the bell to ring, and also look at the bottom of that first 5 minute candle for a big green candle, all right, with volume. Then and only then, the odds of us reaching $82 would be good. All right, so now the other stock that reported earnings, which is looking very, very good as well, is Carvana. And Carvana is also in that same situation as I'm talking about. The contracts are going to pretty much move the way SQ is gonna be in the morning. They're not gonna be up so much. All right. They would be if the stock spiked to like $80. They would be, but it only went up to $64, and it looks like this right now. It looks like this. I hope y'all see what I see. Number one has been demolished for quite some time. Number two, we're gonna zoom into here. And this is a left shoulder, a head, and then a right shoulder right here. All right. So it's opening up above the neckline right there. It's opening up at around like 64 or $65. Actually, it's opening up, yeah, at $65. So expect a drop to test 60 because there are some shorts who are located at 60 right here. And once these people like buy back just to take a smaller loss, all right, once they cover their positions, we might see a reversal intraday after the initial dip and a move up to 70. All right, so just keep that in mind for tomorrow. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, remember, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way YouTube notifies you every time I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of the private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find it as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stock with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in today's Thursday, in Sunday night's video.